Julie.
I'm Alyssa.
This is Stitching at the Cabin.
It is.
Today is October
28th.
2021.
I didn't have to look. I knew.
Yeah, it's good. It's in the 90s today. Don't know why. It was rainy and cold
Very
last week.
cold last week.
And the beginning of this week was pleasant. And then
70, 60, 70s.
it was 80, and today
Which was
it's
suspicious.
90.
Not fun.
And then it's supposed to go, I think, back to 80. And then
Yeah,
like
it's supposed
50.
to get cool again. Yeah. Well, because we're in fall. The weather just got confused for a minute. I understand. It's trying to pick up those fires because this is, still fire season. So they're trying to, the weather's like, come on, you gotta burn a little.
Did you see that announcement thing on the news the other day? Fire season's over now. It's raining.
No.
Yeah, I was like,
no.
Don't say that because you're going
the worst fires happen around Thanksgiving because I feel so sad for the people who are planning, like literally probably had a turkey in their freezer prepared for Thanksgiving and their house burns down.
Yeah.
No.
I did get a notice saying that the bulk of whole house fires, it's a brush fire that hit a house, but like actual house fires, is Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
Because people decide to fry their turkeys,
and
then
I think
not
second is
qualified
Christmas.
I don't know.
Because of the tree situation.
I think it was with the homeowners association bill.
Oh yeah.
They said, like, don't fry your turkey. Just don't.
It's just not worth it.
It's too dangerous.
Too risky.
Like, okay, I won't. I never have.
Jacob went on a fire 2 nights ago. Well, mornings, so maybe 3 mornings. I don't know. He went on a fire a few days ago. That was an abandoned school gym that was on fire. I was surprised they had an abandoned school.
That's what I'm stuck. We have abandoned schools?
Right?
Why?
I don't know.
The schools are overcrowded. Why do we have abandoned schools? Why
Maybe
am
not
I
in this
facing
area.
this way? I think this thing is tilted.
I'm
like,
it's like a Victorian, like, oh, we're just looking that way for the camera.
I could try turning a little, but
I mean, you could rotate him.
I just feel like,
is that better?
I'm squeaking back here. Squeak. We don't have a whole lot of stitching, so that's why you got some talking in the front end.
Well, I was so proud of my stitching progress, and then I left half of it at home.
But I told her just to insert it in video. We almost did a film. I gave her a lot of options.
No, it's fine. I put my nails on for today.
I really like those. Oh, I didn't realize they were different colors.
Yeah!
I thought they were all black.
No,
From a distance to the black.
Yep. Nope, it's Halloween-y.
Which?
Yeah, I would put little, well, it does like look like that. I would put little like webs on these if I thought I could pull it off, but I'm not talent, so we're just going to stick with this. Plus, they're going to fall off in 3 minutes anyways because I lost my nail glue, so I have to use the little sticky pads, which anyone who has used these knows, sticky pads, no bueno. Glue, bueno. No has glue. Glue used to be in purse.
I'm still
no more glue.
Shocked that you would even consider drawing a web. You were related to me.
No,
you
I
do
know.
not have the genes to do that.
I always think it can't be that hard, but it is.
Does Jacob shake a lot?
Not as bad as Steve and Dad.
Yeah. I was say, is it a guy thing? Does he shake too?
He definitely shakes more, but not nearly as bad.
My husband and my son really. I worry. I always think, like, do they have like some kind of disease? But like, they both always had it.
They've both seen doctors and no one's mentioned it. So.
That's fine.
Although I always wonder, what do the doctors just assume you know and don't tell you?
Like a right bundle branch block?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
assume you knew that
you
already.
know you have that, right? No. What is that? It's benign. Don't worry about it. Okay, but the whole reason I came in was because of the problems I was having with exercise, and you didn't mention that actually affects exercise. You still haven't told me that. I had to Google it myself. Whatever.
We are harnessing some grudges still.
WIP SHARE.
Oh yeah, we do that first. Dang it, I went back to forgetting again.
I don't even know why I'm looking at this because I know perfectly well.
You know perfectly well.
It's
hers.
No, my best friend, my best female friend, because my husband is, like my best friend, but my best female friend that isn't my child.
Oh, no, I was saying gag to Dad.
I know.
Okay.
But I thought I would throw in that.
Okay, thank you.
In that bill. Really. Can't say the name. I don't know why she named herself that, knowing that I have a speech impediment.
She didn't name herself, just to be clear.
Whatever.
Some people do name themselves, so...
Like
clarifying that, exactly.
My mom named herself. Anyway, this is I don't know what Alyssa pictures stick in out.
Was that English?
I don't know what picture
Oh.
Alyssa is going to stick in. Because Millie has been working on this for so long. But every Sunday evening, she texts me.
I did not know that.
And texts me a picture of her progress. And
Nice.
I text back a picture of whatever I was working on that weekekend.
I'm
Sunday.
glad she's doing it. I mean, there's a lot of progress done. So I was proud.
I know. She's a
That's
monogamous stitcher.
Yeah.
I am not.
Well, I think in the beginning it's a lot easier to be monogamous too, because you're just like focused on doing it and doing it right, and like, wow, this is cool. And then once you've worked on the same thing for a year, then you're like, okay, so
shut up a little bit.
Yeah, I enjoyed this action, but I'm kind of sick of constantly looking at this color.
Black.
Yeah.
In her case, she is working on a HAED, Heaven of Earth Designs. It is by Julie Fain. It is Sorrow. It's a beautiful picture.
Yes.
I did not send you what it's supposed to look like.
Nope, I noticed. That's fine. I know what it looks like. I'll go look it up.
I was super excited because she just recently got to Plant Life on the left side.
Oh, I don't think I noticed. I didn't look that hard.
I got really excited.
So testing emails.
And she has an interesting theory about what the picture is, because it's like somebody like looking sad and the background's all orange and the plant and stuff. She thinks it's somebody like whose house burned down or like in a fire situation and is feeling sorrow.
Sure.
I think that's a good theory. I don't actually know what it is, but
I can see that.
Anyway, it is 25 count 2 over 1, and that is my fault. The 2 over 1 part.
Yeah.
I told her that's
She
what
asked
I
us
did.
and we answered.
So she did, and she's recently hit quite a bit of confetti and is like, it's like shoving it through a rug. And I was like, I know, that's why I park strictly.
Oh no, what have you done?
You could change it to 1 over 1, but not now. You'd have to start over, I think. But, but Alyssa, you successfully.
I don't have any problems, and I do not park. But
well, you do
also,
have to shove it through a rug sometimes too.
Not really. Very rarely. It's really only when, like, in The Universe in a Jar, I have the. I'd show you if I had it. You have the window panes, you know, so it's 3 stitches wide, 3 stitches wide, 3 stitches wide. And that changes colors very frequently. And there's a lot of different colors in those windows panes. And the reason that causes a problem is because I don't park. So like, pretend this is the window pane. You know, there's a red one here, and then a red one over here, and then a red one right here. So I do the red stitch, and then I carry the thread across to the red stitch. And so all of the threads that I'm carrying are all going along that line. They're all making a little highway right here. And so, you know, once you're putting those last few colors in, yes, it is difficult. But when I have, you know, wider swatches of color, it's not a problem.
Well, hers seems to be pretty concentrated because it's kind of a gradient. And I'm not doing her project, so I can't see the pattern. But
yeah, it's really hard to tell until like you're actually doing it, and then you get a clear grasp of, ooh, that's the problem.
Yeah. But my nose is only running on one side and only a teeny bit. Like, it's not even, I just don't want it to be all shiny.
Sicky.
I'm not
sicky.
I'm not sick. I don't know what happened. I was fine, and then...
Give you a sip of a medicine ball, which then tricked your body into thinking,
no, it was this morning. This didn't start until I went and put eyeliner on.
No. I was going to say, your body had to have time to make mucus so it could pretend you were sick. Anyways, if you want to be a part of WIP Share, send your WIPs in down below. Our email is down there. Just tell us what you're working on.
StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com.
And we'll show it if the wheel spins it.
We're starting to get a little low. Y'all been ignoring me for a while now.
Go ahead. It's time again.
It's okay if you've done it before. It's okay if you want to do a finish instead of a whip. It's okay.
What else?
It's
We're
okay.
open.
It's alright. Want to see
Pull
keto?
out your
I mean, you can
keto.
kind of see keto, but let's see all the keto. I know.
Did
I
you
still
finish
no, but I'm so close.
Listen, it's been a month. You said you were going to finish the page.
Look how close I am.
A month.
Look how close I am. It's just right there. It's like, what, 5 rows down?
If you watch The Crown and you like it, you should tell her to watch it while she's stitching this. Although I told her she needs to look up and see faces, otherwise you're going to be very confused if you don't pay attention to whose faces.
I'm still watching Heartland. Then I have to watch the next season of Virgin River because everybody's seen it but me. I think The Voice has a new season. I have to watch that.
Voice goes lower. Well, unless it expires. If that one expires, then maybe you should watch that one.
I don't know.
I was just throwing it out
it's
there.
super. Ow! Sorry, my neck still hurts. It's super close. Super duper close.
You should have just not come to work this morning. You should have just finished it, because that's frustrating.
For sure by the next time. But I haven't had a lot of time in the mornings. It's really strange. Just getting dark early, and then my husband's staying up late, and then like Taco's waking up a lot at night. I'm not getting as much sleep as like I want to, and so I'm sleeping a little later, and then that stupid game distracts me, and that Stephen King book is pretty good.
There's just other things to do in life, and it's distracting you from your main life purpose.
Cram them all in, and unfortunately Keto's the one suffering. Oh, and then we were at the cabin an extra morning, like it got disorganized, so I'll get it done.
It's the only day this week I didn't have coffee, so I'm a little tired.
You're really not going to see a difference. I did a lot, but you're not going to be able to tell. Well, some of it's up there because I rolled it a tiny bit, but I just need to finish here, and then I'm going to go down a big chunk. But I did all the beading, all of it.
Wow!
All the beading. That's what took so long. I mean, that's what I've been doing. All of the
I don't see any
beads in here, all of them in there, all those.
That is a lot of beadies.
Yeah, all the ones up here in that.
Okay.
All of them up here in that.
I feel like
all
it's
of
inevitable
there.
that you were going to forget a bead somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's so much harder to tell. Like, it's not as easy as seeing, like, the geometrics of a stitch, you know?
Yeah.
The beads do blend in.
I'm worried I'm going to forget these because I didn't want to put them in because there's so many and I'm just going to turn it. So I thought, well, I'll wait and I have to finish these.
Right.
Before I can whoop it.
Well, I'll try to capture some of your beadwork.
And then I have to remember to go in and do the Swarovski crystals after. But I don't want to do it because I'm going to whoop it.
Whomp it.
Whoop it. So,
I might do a video.
Yeah, it really doesn't look like I did much. But if she does do the video or even close up, don't pick on my stitching. I don't look as perfect as all the rest of you. But hey, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, oodles. I love my Chatelaines. Chatelaines! Everyone should start a Chatelaine. We could have a never mind. I say we have a Chatelaine stitching group, but I mean there already is. So
I have a special one.
Eh.
It's a Julie show.
Yeah, I really like it. It's
just hit the button and it got angry at me about that. I'm just trying to focus on the beetles.
I'm just trying to go all the way and then whoop and then do whatever's down there and whoop. And I'm really worried about crushing the beads when I whoop, but
I just realized that whole video should have been in landscape, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's
fine.
You saw what you saw.
You saw what you saw.
These are like the ones. That's a lot of beads.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beads. Yeah. I mean, all the ones around the thing, that's a lot of beads too, but that's like a concentrated wish of beads.
It's like every flower is a bead instead of stitching the flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
No, do one more.
I'll show you my other Chatelaine. I haven't worked on this a ton, but I have done some work.
And when do you stitch on this?
At night, if I have time, if I'm left alone.
Oh, okay.
Up here unsupervised.
I got you.
Because it's on this chair and that
like after work, before dinner.
Yeah, if my neck doesn't hurt a lot, because lately it has, and this is an angle that it just makes it worse. So I've had to kind of amuse myself other ways until it stops. So yeah, there's a lot of ends and stuff, but I promise it's gonna eventually go away. I think mostly I did up here and down.
That's what I would have guessed.
But obviously I was working on, this square thing. It's Oriental Harem Garden Chatelaine. It is hand-dyed fabric by me. It is mostly NPIs, which kind of is nice because it's not variegated mostly, which I love the way variegation looks, but way easier to just like, go where you want, do what you want. Yeah, because you can, like do half of a stitch and then work your way back.
Yeah.
Or, you could do whatever you want. So I know that's sort of all messy. And I am doing the beading as I go on this one. Still won't do the crystals as I go, but I'm beading as I go.
Sketchy.
I didn't do anything.
You were reaching. I saw your hand going out there.
I moved my
Twiddly fingers.
I moved
Which
my phone.
fingers?
I just moved my phone.
I will do both of mine, but I only have one of mine. So I will talk about Universe in a Jar first. I worked on it.
Wow, it looks so good.
Doesn't it? It look fantastic. I did a lot of that inward globe area, that yellowy white area that's going to be hard for you to see anyways, so
just pretend you see it.
yeah. But I was very interested in working on a lot of this because now I have a theory that I can't have a kid until it is done or very close to done. So now I'm just going to work full time on it, except then that
you didn't work on it like at all.
Well, no, I did. I worked on it a bunch.
This week you got distracted.
No, I got distracted by the Afghan because it's Christmas season and I'm like, I'm going to finish it for Christmas, which
she
I know
keeps saying that.
is ridiculous and I will not.
Every day she's like, I'm going to finish this for Christmas. I'm like,
but
Christmas
she's like,
2028.
she's like, oh, you did so much work. I said, I know, I'm finishing it for Christmas.
Then she forgot the tablet and had to do it like off of the pattern.
Which I would
and then she's like, can I borrow some needles? I'm like, sure. And then she never borrowed them.
No, I found enough needles. No, I found enough to make it work. So that was Universe. And now this is my Christmas Afghan, Stony Creek. I forgot that I had managed to get it all on an 11 by 17 Q-snap. So you might remember from last week, she showed hers, and there's a lot of fabric. Like a lot of fabric. So I am shocked that it all fits pretty good on here. And really, I only have, 4 of those bands holding it on right now? 5.
I think it's 1 3/4 yards, 1.75.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So these little magnet bands are awesome. But I need to add more cable ties to this.
Magnetic cable ties on Amazon. But some are stronger than others, and I don't know how to tell what's what.
Some are crappy China, and some are more
less
decent.
crappy China.
Yeah. So you can't see a whole heck of a lot, but everything I worked on was over here. So I'm sorry I can't open it up like she does, all pretty like. But I believe
me.
I know.
Okay.
I believe.
Isn't that a song?
Yes. I finished the A. I did the C and the E. So none of this was here. And then I started this, which honestly I don't know what.
Earth. Peace on Earth.
Oh, is that what this is going to say?
I looked the other day when you were working on it. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
what
I don't know. I just follow the
looked.
directions. I blindly follow. And then I extended out our border up here, and I did all these leavies yesterday when I did not have my tablet.
Are you going to snaggy nabbity them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Except I haven't been using the snag nabbit. I've just been using a fully
loaded
beetle.
Full over 2.
And as long as it's folded over, it's 8.
Yeah.
So you just shove it through, and
Same
that
as
works
a snag
fine.
nabbit.
Yep. And it's still white as far as I can tell. So that's cool. Yeah.
Ish. Could you imagine just like throwing that in the washing machine?
No.
Yeah.
I don't trust the cleanliness of my washing machine. Like, it's a brand new washing machine. We haven't done anything funky with it. Well, actually, we did. We threw our tennis shoes from Hawaii in there to finish cleaning them.
That looks really good.
In this lighting.
Yeah.
It's like
warm.
warm.
I mean, it looks good in all lighting, but
just in general.
It just makes me feel like I'm so far behind again.
I still plan on, and I think about it every single time I work on it, I still plan on
finishing it by Christmas.
Yes. No, but finishing it with a white felt on the back. And then, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, cut off the edges, pull out some of those threads so that way you have the frillies, and then tie them into...
I don't think they tie on this one.
You don't think? You think it's just
the pattern?
Yeah,
I think when they show it, I don't think they tie it.
Is there no tying?
I don't think
thought there
there's
was tying. Oh, no, there's not tying.
But you could tie.
Well, I was going to say that would make it really easy with the felt background because you'd have them sew it, those 4 inches in or whatever. Yeah. Well, it's not me. It would be like Joann's. I don't know. But they
Joann's isn't going to sew for you.
Hobby Lobby might?
No.
You don't think they would?
No, but those straws and stuff have finishers.
See, I just want the back to be
not Hobby Lobby
felt.
or Michael's or Joann's. I mean like
real
the attic.
I want the white felt to go on the back because this is so see-through. So if you're holding up your blanket, it it doesn't look as good as when you hold more of the fabric behind it. It really emphasizes. So I want the white felt on the back, so it's all soft and whatever. And then whatever, would sew it like the 4 inches in or whatever. And then if you were tasseling those, you could tassel the white felt in with it, which, because like that's something people do all the time, is tie those felt tassels to finish blankets. I've done that before. I know that's a thing. But now that you pointed out, you are right that this shows just the thing.
Tassels before, but with crochet, and you can just loop it through. And
well, you know what?
I don't know.
Okay, so new question. Yeah. What keeps it from continuing? Do you sew?
Yes, there's a...
You serge it
on
or
the
something?
Back someplace, I think there's a...
Probably.
Finishing.
It.
There's a... You do a box stitch or a basket stitch or a... use the white pearl cotton and working pull 4-sided stitch over 2 threads.
No, I feel like you should just sew. Can't you like use a...
Don't look at me. I can't get my finger caught.
Okay. All you people out there, can you on this fabric? Can you like serge it, but without, red and maybe less thick?
Probably not serge. I know what you're saying, serge.
That's all I know. I just want you to stop the fray from...
Maybe just a straight stitch all along it would do it?
Maybe I just do my original idea and do the tassels.
I think when you sew, you're all laughing at me, but I think when you sew the felt on, just that straight
That's
stitch,
what I'm saying. That should be
just
enough, right?
to keep it from...
But especially so if I were to tie those strands into my felt.
Sure.
Then it would for sure, because at least it would be in a knot.
Just curious, why a white felt? Because I'm thinking red or green, so it's Christmassy.
Because it's going to see through.
I'll see through something.
I don't want my whole background. I like the crisp white. Okay. I just need it to be...
I mean, first one of us has to finish it.
Well, this Christmas.
You should really ask Hallie.
Yeah, Hallie, in January, can you finish this?
No. I don't even know if Hallie sews. She may or may not sew. I don't know. I don't think we ever discussed that.
She has experience with the finishing process.
She did the Christmas Village Afghan, completed it. Now she's working on the Halloween one. So she would probably have some idea. Hallie, text me.
I was also looking at this earlier. Oh, crap. I was looking at this earlier, and I just wanted to remind everyone that my bag was custom and that it says Alyssa-bith on it. This came up yesterday.
Really?
Yes, because I was telling Jacob about The Crown, trying to kind of pitch it to him to see if maybe he'd watch it.
You were just so desperate to get someone to watch it.
Just want somebody I know to watch it, because I don't have anyone to talk to.
Maybe Granny will watch it and talk to you. Granny? I don't even know if she watches this anymore. She hasn't commented in so long. I'm not sure she watches.
I don't think she has Netflix either, I would guess. But anyways, I was telling Jacob about it, and I said I was learning all kinds of stuff, because it's like historical fiction, but like I think it's completely based on real events and like what actually happened in England with like Queen Elizabeth and stuff. Like the one that's alive now. I think that's who we're following. I think. It's kind of hard to say. But anyways, they tell you like about all these historical facts, like anti-cyclones that trapped smog in London and killed thousands and thousands of people. Like, it's interesting.
I'm just waiting to see how we get to...
Okay, so another fun fact that I had learned is that the king and queen, before Queen Elizabeth now, did not name their children Elizabeth and Henry and whatever.
Okay.
So, in the show, which I think is based on real life, Queen Elizabeth's real name is Lilibet.
Kind of like Elizabeth.
No, that's not where it comes in yet. Elizabeth is Lilibet, I think. And so when she found out that she was going to be queen, which also is kind of a weird situation of how they choose it, but it doesn't matter.
This is a Stitchy channel.
Right. So she then gets to choose her queen name, and it's like customary to choose something like Elizabeth or for males, you know, Henry or George. Like you
Philip.
pick a name, right? So she chose Elizabeth Windsor because that's just tradition and whatever. So I was saying it's interesting. It's interesting that you have to change your name, and then like, what do you really go by? Like it's kind of odd that it's your name. And I said, so Jacob's like, so like, you know, you'd have to change your name. And I said, yeah, like, I don't think they'd be down for Queen Alyssa. Like, that'd be weird. I'd have to go to, like, probably Queen Elizabeth. I said, although, maybe I could be Alyssa-bith. I already have it on a little thing. Oh, gosh. I could be Queen Alyssa-bith.
I apologize to all of you. I don't know how I was gonna say Queen is nominated, but I guess it's not. It's
kind of a chosen thing. Yeah.
It's your birthright, so
yes, but you can abdicate and you can say, hey, I don't want to do that.
But it's still gonna go to someone else in the family. It's not like some random person's gonna walk up to you and be like, hey, you want to be queen?
Well, I don't know. I have a question for you.
Oh,
no. Okay.
I still have more stitching.
Current Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
Had kids.
Yeah.
She had Diana.
Okay.
Who died.
Yeah.
She had Henry.
Yeah. Who
who got married to Meghan Markle and is now kind of disowned, right?
You know more about this than I do. Okay.
Oh, well, that's so good. Does she have another kid?
What about Harry? Is he?
Oh, sorry. Harry married Meghan Markle. Prince Harry married Meghan Markle.
What about that one in the pretty white dress? The Kate. Who's Kate married to?
Is she still alive?
Yes.
Well, then maybe her. I'll try to figure out who would be the next in line because, like, I haven't heard, like, a kuflafla of, like, who's going to be the next queen or king. Like, it's very clear, apparently, to everyone, and I haven't looked it up, but...
And...
Aniston.
It's not Jennifer Aniston.
Ashley.
No, a man.
Oh.
Kate and... Philip?
Echo. Oh.
No.
Alexa. Who is Princess Kate married to?
Kate Middleton is married to Prince William. They have been married since 2011 and have 3 children.
Okay. Alexa, how old is Princess Kate?
Kate Middleton is 39 years old.
Alexa, will Princess Kate be the next queen?
I don't know that.
Alexa, who will be the next Queen of England?
As the eldest child of Elizabeth II, the heir to the British throne is Charles, Prince of Wales.
Who's Charles?
I thought he was married to Diana. Okay, no. So maybe Diana was the one that married in. I don't know. There are so many people just with this shocked, horrified look on their faces, and 10,000 people turn this off. Well, we don't have that big of an audience because their dinosaur pets have gone insane over.
I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. It's irresponsible of her not to have named hers Echo, because Echo is less widely used, and that's what we named ours. Not because she goes off every time you say Alyssa. That is not why. Unrelated. Wow. Are you going to share your stitchy stuff, or are we just going to sit here all day?
Okay, I need an opinion.
Also, if the crown, the show is going to ruin any of the questions I just asked, don't mention it. I don't want to know what's going to be in the crown. I've only watched like 8 episodes, okay? Gosh.
Tall sheep.
Sheepies. I like the sheep.
I need an opinion on this.
Why?
Because
it's cute.
Yeah, it's not in real life.
Well, it's because you had to take it out 3 times.
No. I am using the called for colors.
Mm-hmm.
My sheep, if I keep going, you're not going to see that it says sheep.
These are the called for?
Yes. No. And I have double, triple, quadruple checked. Do you all agree that sheep is going to disappear?
Yeah.
Can you see the S?
Yeah, let's show you guys.
That's why I kind of stopped looking on it. And I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, no, I need to keep looking on it. But like, I'm really stressed by this. So last night, I had an idea. What if... I'm going to need it back.
Oh, well, you should have made this more clear that this was a show and tell.
What if... Yeah, that just, it kind of goes away.
It totally goes away. It's like one of those colorblind tests. I bet Dad could not pass. What does the hill say?
Well,
it's a sheep. That's what it says.
He's been looking at it long enough. He should know, but I bet he didn't ever notice. Okay, so this color that I started working on down here is called
darker leaf.
It's called Bullfrog.
Oh.
Bullfrog?
Yeah.
What if I put that up there? Because this is just this one, which is, this is grasshopper, but this and that is pea pod, I think, or bean sprout.
What if you did a blend?
Well, I was thinking if I left the sheep
And
in
just stitched over it with like single?
with like a single strand of, say, bullfrog. What do we think of that?
I would try that first. I honestly would try it.
Yeah, because at first I
You know
thought,
what? While we're talking, you do the S real quick.
No, I was saying this is
Live action solution.
This is 3/2.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you might even need 2.
Or 1. The back stitching is 2. Like in the bees.
Yeah. You might need 2.
I had Shrek on for the birdies while I was doing the back stitch on the bees. So every time I see the bees, I think of Shrek.
Hey now,
Is not
you're an all-star.
Is
Get your game
not
on.
a bird-friendly
No.
movie.
They eat birds.
Yeah, when she was singing to the bird, and then her voice was so
explode.
high it exploded, and then she ate its eggs.
Yeah.
That's right when I turned it on. I was like, oh, birdies, this is a great movie. You'll love this. And then the bird explodes, and the eggs, and they're just all looking at it, like, in silence, like, are you threatening us? Is this...
It's so awkward when, like, you know, like, your friend will go through, like, a breakup or something, and you're like, oh, it's okay, like, let's just go watch movies together, and you choose a movie, and then you don't realize that, like, the way they broke up in the movie is the exactly same way that they went through, like, it's, like, that same kind of thing. You don't realize what's in a movie until you have a sensitivity to something, and you're like,
You realize it was like murdered
right.
the animals I was showing at you, saying, this is great, you're gonna love this. Pop! Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
Eggs. Whoops.
Okay, so opinions on that. What do I do because the sheep is disappearing?
What does the hill say?
Nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, okay, it's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna wait on that one.
Well, you had 6.
I do. I'm gonna do it. I'm just
No, I did math wrong. You're fine.
kind of like how I hold up fingers.
Yes. You're good at math.
Sorry if I gave y'all the finger. I don't think I did, but you never know.
Fingers
All
gone
right,
wild.
so it spun that again. Owl.
She was happy about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Review last episode to see her joy.
I did get quite a bit done.
Hold it up the right way this time.
Considering, you know, I had things I had to do.
His eyes are very bright. Looking at him, makes me want to work on my kitty cat galaxy eye diamond painting.
Oh,
Because his colors are kind of similar, and it's like big eyes, and I think it'd be so cool to finish that.
I need to retire so I have time to diamond paint, but then by then they won't be sticky and all the diamonds will be like unstickable.
I want a place to permanently have mine set up that I wouldn't mind working on it in that location.
Well, what you have going on there, that's my table for it, but I clearly don't do it.
Did I tell you we did a puzzle in Hawaii?
Are you going to give me that back?
No, it's right here, but I need it. I need that.
Okay.
We did a 1,000-piece puzzle in Hawaii.
Did that take you 5 minutes?
No. It took about 2 days. 2 or 3 days, all 3 of us. On Jacob sometimes, but mostly the girls working on it. The owners just left it, like, in the Verbo. And everyone signed the lid when they finished it, like, other families and stuff.
That's neat.
And then they'd say, like, how many pieces were missing. So that way you weren't worried when, like, you're like, I think we're missing pieces. Because you were. 3 pieces were missing. But we did not lose any extra pieces. And we got to sign them.
You think?
Right.
The next person is like,
well,
12 missing?
Yeah, Kylie just wanted to put it all in the box, like, basically completed. She's like, you don't need to separate them all. I'm like, you need to separate every single one of them.
You beat her, right?
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm just going to put them in and you can fix it. So, rest assured I fixed it.
Thanks. I'm just going to throw all the DMC in willy-nilly and you resort it. I haven't had a chance to go back and fix that one. And what is that, Devour?
Oh, yeah.
That was so bad. Anyway, Language of the Flowers was what the wheel spun.
I love Language of the Flowers.
I love it, too.
I'm glad it spun it.
This is just, I love it so much. Woo!
Oh, yes.
Language of the Flowers. Rosewood Manor.
It looks like you got a lot done on that. Or do I just don't remember how much you've done?
I don't remember how much I've done. This is Sand or Legacy? Sand? I think it's sand. Does it say? Yeah, 28 count sand Lugana. Picture this plus. I did that, these, that, and that.
That's pretty
And a
good.
little bit over there, which y'all couldn't see any of that.
Nope.
But
you will.
would you be shocked if I told you I made a mistake?
Yes. Flabbergasted.
Okay. She's taking pictures, but when you get it back,
oh my god, you're always waiting on me.
this part here, which you can't see, we'll just wait a minute. It is one stitch too long.
What is
The
purple flower?
the rose
Oh, the
one,
red flower.
the rose,
This one.
this. So
This green stem you went a little crazy on.
the green stem, this part is accurate. This one, a little too long,
Yeah.
up one.
Sure.
And time I noticed it, I had done everything at the top, and I thought, what am I gonna do? I'll just ignore it. It's fine. But then I looked, because it's on Pattern Keeper, because she scanned it in for me. It's not fine because
Panicking.
mugwort right here and happiness
Oh my god, goes right to the edge.
goes right to the edge. So I was like, what am I going to do? So everything over here is like in the right spot. Bless you, dog. I decided to
change the word to happy.
No, but that's a good idea. I'm going to move the M to the left one,
Okay.
which will pull that back. And then I'm also going to move the H, back one because it doesn't line up with the word anyway.
Yeah.
And that'll just get it out of the danger zone. But it'll still make it work with everything else.
Okay. Good.
We think.
Right.
She
I had a
says.
problem on my
Afghan.
reboot Christmas Afghan that I had fixed the last time I stitched on it, but I hadn't finished fixing it. So when I went to start it this time, I thought something was wrong, which it was wrong, but it was purposely wrong. But I couldn't tell it was purposely wrong at first. So I was like, why is that wrong? And then you gotta do like the deep dive into why is it wrong, and then it's because it's wrong to fix something.
I assume
Make
this
better notes.
was an update in Pattern Keeper. Although maybe it's always been there and I've just never made it to the middle of a pattern before. But it actually puts a red dot on the middle of the pattern, which is right there. That
Good
is the
to
center.
know.
Right there. Yeah, it has like the red line, not, I mean,
Right.
but then it also has a dot in the center.
Okay.
I had not seen that until I was working on this and I was like, what is the red dot?
That's
Why
pretty
is
cool.
the red dot? Yeah, so
Especially in a scanned-in
I
pattern.
assume that was in the update, but
Yeah.
I do not know. He's just asleep and
I
dangling.
didn't even know he was here.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's dangle sleeping.
Nice.
I have a little bit of Paul.
Excellent. Should I pause it real quick just
Yeah,
to
you
make
should.
sure I hit record originally?
And I'll open this because King Collie. Okay, this is the Rogue Stitching fabric of the month. This one is
Ooh.
Midnight Moss from
I like
Sun
this
Flower.
one.
That's funny because I'm like not disappointed because I still really like the color, but it's not like modeled.
No.
And I was like, what?
I mean, it is in shadow, like shadow.
Oh, maybe I hadn't opened it, so
See, there's some shadow.
okay. All right, I'm happy now. I think this is printed though.
I thought you weren't gonna like it because it's too dark.
Yeah,
though.
that's definitely printed.
Yeah.
No, I just thought it was all one color, and I was like,
I got you.
I want it to be like, but no, now that it's open,
Let me
okay,
take a
I'm
picture
happy.
just in case you guys
I am
can't
happy.
see.
I am no longer slightly disappointed. I am happy.
Oh, yeah, you can really see the modeling on camera.
So I don't know what to stitch on it, obviously.
It looks like shadows,
yeah.
but it's not shadows.
Wow,
That's-
that looooks so faded though. This is
Yeah,
like
this is vibrant green.
and that looks like
I know.
I don't know what. That looks like a pale teal.
Pale ale. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I can't.
This is bright
I think it's
green.
because of this light. The light's very white.
It's bright green, which you can probably tell. I feel like you could do even like a Halloween thing on that.
For sure.
Or like a Milky Mermaid. Or
You can do a Christmas too.
maybe. It seems a little depressing for Christmas.
Not for like a bunch of ornaments and singing songs.
Maybe. You could do military. It's kind of like camouflage. Yes. Squeaky chill.
Yeah.
My back's squeaking.
Squeak, get a squeak, get a squeak, get a squeak. Do you have any other haul?
I do.
Ugh, I almost said I was proud of you.
Well, I almost didn't.
That bag is pretty full.
Yeah, but it's not. 1880 for Stitchery. She added a bunch more stuff again. Thank you, McKenna. You need to stop doing that or do it every day because it's fun. But don't do it anymore. She had some floss that I was like, okay, because my sheepy needed more bean sprout, and I had said I had used that from the I think it was the squirrel one, the acorn, the blue acorn, the summer acorn one. So I didn't have a full thing, and I was gonna need more. So I bought a set of 12 crescent colors, which I believe is the same as Classic Color Works. That's just the old name. But there it is. Nope, that's Tiny Vine. Queen Bee is in here. Anyway, it's in here. It's in here someplace. Pretty sure. It's in here.
She's just buying random floss.
Probably. I mean, there it is. Bean sprout. There it is. Bean sprout.
Proof I'm not crazy. Proof.
So, it was just a little bit cheaper than buying them new, but I figured, I mean, a little bit cheaper is better than not cheaper.
And they get a loving home.
They do get a loving home. I think this was the woman that couldn't see well enough to stitch anymore. It's not like she passed away. It was just, so those are pretty. But then I thought, well, I gotta buy something else. Can't travel alone. The DMC, she just randomly picks 50 of them.
Why not?
I think it was $20. So it's cheaper than I've been getting them because I don't ever seem to get them on sale anymore. And I've just been buying them on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. And I know 60 is cheaper, but why not when you can?
Plus, it's fun. You get a bag of colors.
Yeah, lots of pretty colors. So I need to sort all those. And then these are all partial skeins, but there's 28 sampler threads. I don't remember how much it was, but it was cheaper than you would have gotten them. And some of these, I was like, are you sure these are partial skeins? Some of these looked pretty full, you know?
Yeah, I'd say.
That looks
really good.
Yeah. I mean, there's still got the loopy.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but there's 28 different.
Aw, from the gentle art. That's cute. I like that name.
Lots and lots of them.
How pretty.
So, although some of them, they are the same color, I tried to kind of put them together. This is old brick and this is old brick, but the tags are slightly different, but the colors are slightly different too. Close, but they're not quite. There's a couple of them like that. I think Peacock was another one. Yeah. Peacock and Peacock, those don't look anything alike.
No.
So, perhaps that's what happened with my grasshopper and my
just a dialogue change.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think she still has some. I know she saw the DMC last time I checked, but
Jacob's obsessed with these gummies. He sent me a picture of them earlier today, and then we hadn't talked all day. So he's busy, he's at work. And then now he's still explaining these gummies to me. Look, he sent me, we're gonna go on this little mint journey real quick. Pictures of these mints.
Okay.
Says they're chewy, but in a weird way. And I said seawater talk. I meant salt water. I couldn't think of the word. And then he didn't text me until now. He's like, no, it's like a stiff gummy candy. It keeps its shape kinda. It's made with natural acacia gum and mint oil. Triple distilled peppermint oil from Italy's Piedmont region. Why is he telling me so much about these gummies?
Apparently he wants them.
He has them. That's a picture of his hand. That's his hand. He must have bought them. I mean, that's the fire station, the station thing.
Clothes.
They go to a Mexican market a lot, and that might be the name. I don't know. Interesting though, huh?
Yeah. We need to spin, because that's my favorite part of I'd love to know what I'm gonna work on.
I'm only gonna do one of two things, so that's the options for my little wheel. I'll go first.
Good, because I'm easily confused.
Boop. All right, go ahead and spin that suckaroo.
Wrong side. I got all confused. Boop.
But it can only be Afghan or Universe.
Reading time.
No.
Or Moose or Mill Hill.
Do it again.
Boop. Oh, I guess I don't need the boop again, huh?
I should finish up Penguin for Kylie though.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. I can work on Universe again, I guess. But just so you know, that means I won't be able to finish Afghan before Christmas.
Okay.
But just because it didn't choose it.
I already booped.
I was just seeing what my other notification was.
I already booped.
Yeah, but we can just sit here.
No, but I
think
already
about
booped.
it.
Booped.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Boop.
I'm okay with almost anything. Oh, I don't know what
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You know, okay. It isn't easy. It's fine. You do you. What are you gonna start?
I don't know.
You have to let the people know. You can't spin when you start and then not start.
I don't. Oh, wait.
It's fine. Just do
I
it.
canceled.
She's panicking.
Yeah, I accidentally sent message instead of airdrop, and I was not expecting a new start. I don't know. I truly don't know. I hadn't planned to start anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there anything that immediately pops to mind? You don't have to commit. Just an idea.
I mean, there's things that pop to mind, but there's that cottage house needleworks I recently bought. I would maybe consider Poltergeist Pilot had I bought the pattern. There's that other.
You could still buy the pattern.
There's that other not by this weekend. There's that other Glendon Place.
Oh.
That I had kitted up. I like that train, that Christmas train one.
Oh yeah, that would be festive.
Yeah, but
because you're not starting a festive Christmas
piece,
right?
I don't know what fabric I'd have to go through.
Oh,
that.
like you don't have fabric?
No, I have fabric. I just.
Oh no!
Do you have to buy more fabric? I can't get more fabric by this weekend, so whatever it is, I have to already have it. I don't know. I have a kitted up basket, so I'll have to go through the basket and. Wow, normally new start, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to do, but...
No, you haven't thought about it yet.
I haven't.
This is exciting.
It's kind of scary.
You got this. Just let them know on the Instagram. Follow her Instagram, at StitchingAtTheCabin. You'll post it. I've committed you now.
Oh, I know!
And what you should post is probably actually what you started, like, in progress, because... by the time this goes up, it'll be past the weekend. I mean, you can do whatever. You do you. I'm not gonna monitor your Instagram page.
Well, I usually post on Saturday to Sunday. A lot of times Saturday, if the video is already out, but sometimes I don't post because the video's not out. I don't want to ruin it for people for what the spin was.
Right.
But if I knew what the spin, if y'all knew what the spin was, then I'll post on like a Saturday, so you only see like sort of the beginning of the progress instead of.
See, you could take a picture of what you do on Saturday and then just not post it until Wednesday.
Are you gonna not put the video up till Wednesday?
I'm just giving you like a worst case scenario.
Wow. Good to know.
What else?
Splotch.
Oh!
You took the splotch pictures. So
I have the splotch.
But you should send it to me because people tell me what it is and then I have to refer to it, and when you don't send it to me, then I have to watch the video.
Will you unlock your phone, please?
I took a picture of the wall.
I am aware. Okay.
Okay, that is adorable.
What, do you see something?
Yes, and it's adorable. It doesn't actually exist, but it's adorable.
Oh, mine definitely exists. Okay, you guys, you have your moment. You have your moment. If you need more time, pause. But leave your comment down below of what you see in our splotch. Go ahead. Okay.
I'm a little traumatized by the wall. I mean, it's like clean and all, but like...
you can see details.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you see? What's cute?
Okay.
All right.
I see a stingray going, woo, but it has legs. It has really skinny legs and like a little bit of a smile.
Okay.
It's adorable. And then like that thing next to it is kind of like a really skinny, like bird dinosaur.
I can see the bird dinosaur for sure. Skinny bird dinosaur. Okay, I see that too, but it's a manta ray because mantas have the two little tail things that are not legs, and it does exist.
I see that, but mine's more amusing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yours is more accurate.
Yes.
Mine
I walked in the bathroom and I went, manta ray.
I can vouch for that because I was brushing my hair and putting eyeliner on or something, and she's like, sneaking in.
Manta ray.
Oh, click. What the heck did she see?
Manta ray. That's the right answer.
Stingray.
Hopefully that wasn't too obvious. Hopefully you guys saw some of the things like the long pointy bird, but
I bet there's gonna be a butterfly there too, because some butterflies have the.
Sure.
Well, I mean, they all have the thing,
No,
but
no,
some
but the
have
tail.
like swallowtail or something.
Sure.
So,
what stories do you got? Oh, that's Anna Stitching. Bye if you're here for stitching. Hello if you're here for life. That sounded like a long commitment. Yeah. You're not that committed.
Unsubscribe.
That's okay.
I do want to thank you all for subscribing to Mrs. Stitches, because
that was so nice.
I clicked on her thing today. Well, actually, it popped up in the random thing, but I already watched the video. I must have just not taken it out of my watch later thing, but I started to watch it thinking it was a new one. I was all excited, but then it wasn't. It's the same one I saw. But she was up to like 85 subscribers or something, so that's awesome. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But the reason I almost died this weekend, and I didn't get as much stitching done as I would have, and I'm going to say this is also why I made the mistake. We're working on the cabin closet, and so my husband built it. Like, I had to help him rip the wood, like when you put it on the really scary saw, and someone has to stand on one side and be like the catcher, and all the sawdust blows on that person and gets in their eyes and their mouth, and they can't see, and they kind of choke a little bit, and then your wood are going to fall and land on the blade, but you're also the one that has to run around and stop the thing. Yeah, that was me. He just pushes the wood. Anyway, we had to rip some wood, and I didn't like that, but I didn't really have to help the rest of the time, and I was like, yay. But then I don't know what he was thinking, because I just thought we were going to build the thing. We being he was just going to build the thing, and then in the future we would do stuff with it. But no, he wanted to, I'm going to say varnish, but I'm not actually sure that's what it's called. It's not shellac, and it's not stain, because it's like a clear coat.
Okay.
Well, for some reason, maybe.
Okay.
Seal it. Yeah. But for some reason, instead of buying the water-based one, he bought the oil-based one, which I'm shocked is legal in California.
Because it kills you with fumes?
It was so bad. Like, I was in it like a minute, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. So he opened the window for me, and I kept, like, sticking my head out of the window, like, oh my gosh. But there wasn't even a screen on the window. It was just solid air, and it was a windy day, and it was overcast, and I really thought I was going to die. I got it on my shoes a little bit, my slippies, and it's really sticky. It doesn't come off. Yeah. Even with water, it doesn't
stays
come off.
Sticky forever.
And I was like, well, I'll just use some nail polish remover because it's like acetone. Yeah. Turns out I don't have nail polish remover at the cabin.
No.
Yeah, so I was just sticky. He was sticky. We were both sticky. We were sticking to each other and things.
Yeah.
Sticky you. Yeah. It was fun. But I killed a lot of brain cells, and
it happens.
Yeah. And then
that in the races.
It was so bad. He had doors and windows open, and I mean it's like 40 degrees out. He puts in the whole house fan thing because it's so bad. Even inside, anywhere, it was bad. And so I was sitting outside on the deck trying to like recuperate, and he's like, it's probably smart you're out here. He's like, I was worried about you. I couldn't find you. I thought you died. And I was like, no, I'm just out here. This is strong.
That's no good.
So, so he closes everything all back up and whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's like watch TV and a movie and eat dinner and stuff. He's like, no, we have to put everything back. Wait, it's not even fully dry. No. He conned me into it. Because he starts it. It's that thing that I do to him.
Right.
He did it to me. Not kill. No. He started it and he was doing it all wrong. He was not organizing it properly and it was driving me crazy. So he put like all the cleaning supplies on 2 shelves over here. But there was still more cleaning supplies, and he's using up all that space, and he had already claimed the bottom for toolboxes. And I was like, no, put all that onto one shelf, all the cleaning on one shelf, and then you have these shelves for things like light bulbs and batteries and things. Turns out he collects batteries. We had I actually had to bring batteries home. We had so many batteries.
That does not surprise me at all.
I had like 2 buckets of batteries, and then he won't let me combine the batteries. He's like, no, that could cause a problem. Like, I can't just dump the batteries into things.
I think you can just have a bucket of battery. Why not?
So we ended up finding a like, not Tupperware, but like a plastic bucket thing. Yeah. And then I had to put the boxes of batteries into that, like those plasticky things. Because the batteries can't touch each other. Because especially 9 volts, you could do stuff.
Whatever. Did you know it's 3 AAAs that runs that whole tens machine?
No.
3 AAAs.
No.
Isn't that amazing? It can cause that much shock.
Yeah, I didn't have that on the list for you to talk about. But anyway, so I may have a picture. I think I have a picture so you can see before it was stocked and after I passed out from the
I
thing,
have a picture of before it was stocked and
Okay.
finished.
I don't know if I have a
Dang, I
picture
don't know if
of
it's
the
varnished yet or
after
whatever.
it was stocked. I mean, he did a good job. I also had to fill all the putty holes, and I used my fingies.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, but I really like the pink one. They have a pink one
Yeah.
that tries a natural color.
Mm.
So we started out doing that together,
Yeah.
and so I'm very careful, just sorry, just in the little, cause it's like little,
Just where
little,
you need
like,
it.
little steeply, it's like little brad nails,
Yeah.
just a little time, just, and then you wipe it. Right?
Yeah.
Just that was it.
Yeah.
And I look over at his, and it's like exactly, and I went, oh, you can't do this. This was beautiful wood grains. I'm like, no, just go away. So I ended up doing all that by myself, cause he was just,
I understand.
No.
Yeah, I understand.
No,
That's wrong.
So can you do like the joints too? And I'm like, no, it doesn't look like, no, it's fine. But I did feel all the screw holes too.
Yeah.
But it was all this pink. And like the neighbors showed up, and I hadn't even brushed my hair, and I was all disheveled and
lacking brain cells.
Yes. Well, I hadn't done
not
brain cell
not
part
yet.
yet, but you know, I've got stuff all, and he's like a super high-end contractor, like super good at his job and stuff, and he's looking, and the whole thing's like a little wonky, and I'm like, I'm using my fingers, you know. He was just like, that's one way of doing it. That's usually what he says. Well, that's one way to do it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's great.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. I wanted to story, and then it can be your show. This was the month of toe problems.
I wanted to eat your finger just now. It looked good.
It doesn't.
It would make a crunch.
Oh no.
Toe problems?
I've heard
Toe?
it's as tough as a kid. Like it's as easy.
Yeah.
I
don't know if that's true.
I don't think that's true. But
I don't know.
I'm
I'm too afraid.
Yeah.
Toes?
Toes. So
Ooh, look at my nails.
So yeah, that looks
broken.
okay. So a couple of weeks ago, I walked by the bird room. Everything was fine. I went in my office.
Oh.
And then
Slightly different than toes.
I had intended to get the mail and open it for the birds because they really enjoy that. I got the mail, but I set it on the table because I was like, oh, it's like trash day or something. I need to take my inside trash out. So I did that. Then I sat down and started working. And like an hour passed and I went, oh, the mail. I have to show the birdies the mail. So I got the mail. I went back to the birdie room and Kevin was in this weird position. And I was like, Kevin's a big blue hyacinth. See episode 1 at the very end to see him and others, but that's the only one I actually know what it is. He was sitting someplace he doesn't normally sit during the day, and he was holding a toy he doesn't normally play with. And I was like, that doesn't seem right, but whatever. So I proceed to put the mail down, and I'm gonna show them, and I look back over at him, and he still looks slightly distressed, like not horrified, but like, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, right. And I've done that multiple times. Like he'll be holding onto his bell or something. And like normally if I walk in there, he'll like come down onto the stand so he can be held or pet or whatever.
Yeah.
And he like stay there and I'm like,
you okay?
come here. And I like tell him, like, come here so I can see you can have your leg free. I'm like, I don't know.
They pretty much always come to the edges when I come in because they want me to come pet them. And so I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And I'm like, are you stuck? Can you let go of that? And then walk over and I'm looking and he's just stuck to this wood toy. But like in the metal part of it, the carabiner. And I'm like, I think he's stuck. So I did like a thing and I was like, oh yeah, you're stuck. Hold please. So I went up and I got my husband because he hadn't left for work yet. I got him and I said, Mommy's stuck. He needs your help. Please hurry. So he jumped up and came down here. He was so stuck.
He
so
got his little
stuck.
finger jammed so hard into this little piece.
So stuck. And so my husband had to like get him out, but we actually had to use tools to do it. By we, I mean he. I just
Which
stood
is not
there
the
looking
first
all
time.
panicky. No, not
This
the first
is
time.
the third or fourth time he's been seriously stuck.
No, but the first time he had the
Lip
ring
piercing
stuck on his. He looked like a pilot, and he had like on his beak.
Or a bad teenager.
And then that's when we realized he can get those kind of washer things open, so we don't use those anymore. So then he got stuck in a carabiner once, but it was a smaller one, so we realized, okay, we have to use more high-end stuff. This was because we had tightened it, but he managed to loosen it. And usually my husband just uses one wrench to tighten it. So this time he had to use 2 because now we know he's a super strong bird. It took probably 10 minutes to get him undone. My husband was the only one injured because birds, no matter how sweet they are and how much they love you 99% of the time, when they're stuck, they get spookied and they think you're going to kill them.
Right.
And so they lash out at you. He doesn't want to hurt you. He's just like, hey, I'm
Stop,
stuck.
I'm in pain.
And I don't think that you're helping me. I
Right.
think you're just trying to laugh at me this way. I don't know what they think. So he got him out. But the week before that, Kevin broke off one of his toenails and was bleeding. And we think it's because he was on my husband and my son picked him up, but I think his little nail had gotten caught in his shirt and didn't realize it. So when he picked him up, I mean, toenails don't rip off that easily on birds, but whatever.
No.
But like the quick was hanging out and there was blood and we had to use styptic and it was fine over the weekend. And we came back and then the next night it started bleeding again. So he was banned from being held for a few days until it healed up. And now it looks like it's going to go back and everything. So it was a problem. And then
you take your dog for a walk.
And then the other night I took Taco for a walk a couple of nights ago. And he really was acting weird towards the end. Normally he keeps up with me. He's fine. I mean, he's old. He's like 15.
And he's chaotic at walking and he falls and whatever. But he, like, it was normal, you know.
Normal. He's blind, so he has to stay behind me so he knows where to go, which makes me look abusive, but we've gone through that. But on the way home, he was sort of like limping a tiny bit, and I was like, that's weird. So I picked him up and I carried him the rest of the way. I mean, he wasn't complaining or anything. He just didn't look right to me. So I carried him, get home, and I'm talking to my son, and then he looks down and Steve's like, why is he bleeding? And I was like, what are you talking about? I look, there's blood all over his foot. And like 2 of his toenails, he must have broken off at some point. And it wasn't during that walk because I had noticed they were super short a few days before, but there didn't seem to be an issue. But I don't know, he must have like, probably when we were walking in the street, because there was one part that didn't have a sidewalk, he must have, his foot bends back after his brain injury. He must have done that and like scraped it because he has a little bit of like a bloody spot on the top where his skin is. And then these 2 nails were just bleeding. I mean, not gushing, but bleeding. So I cleaned them all up and everything. So I didn't walk him yesterday, and he's fine. He's asleep. He has his face shoved in my knee.
Nail injuries are...
So it's been a crazy, like, month
Different.
for animals and nails.
Yeah.
So,
I don't have any nail animal stories.
well, your snakes
Or if I
don't
did,
have
I blacked
nails.
it out. Yeah. Well, Monty did break more of the glass, so Jacob had to do more crack management, which involves drilling a small hole at the end of the crack so it can't keep spreading.
No.
So now it's a bunch of duct tape and then a crack and then a drill hole. So
I mean, I want to encourage your stitching, but I don't think that the universe is the reason you can't have kids. I think maybe it's the snakes. Just saying.
He is starting to look into ways to get rid of the girl. So,
But you said you had someone that was interested.
yeah, I think he feels bad giving her the girl. Girl is scary. She's angry a lot.
Python.
But it's Monty is the one who keeps breaking the cage. So
Monty Python.
I know, we're so funny. Okay.
Do you need your
Yeah,
list?
I do need my list. Oh. Teas?
Tens.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what it was called.
Yeah, it's just a tens. Okay, we took Tyson on a walk.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It is the walk that they're coming over for Halloween, and we're going to do that walk again on Halloween. But we have like we have like a neighborhood here and a neighborhood here, and they're the same neighborhood, but there's no road that connects them except for the main highway road, except for this little nature access road. Kind of goes like that. And so it's fun to walk through our neighborhood to go to that nature road, walk the nature road, and then we usually turn around because where it meets the other neighborhood, it's like a straight drop, like it's paved, but it's like the steepest paved road you've ever seen. We don't want to walk back up that, so we usually turn around and come back. Anyways, we're going for a walk, and we look at some people, and they're looking at the ground, which is odd, and they're like, tarantula, and we're like, oh, cool, so then we walk over there, and we stare at the tarantula, and then I was very brave, because we got new phones. We got the iPhone 13s. Right, is that the right number? Okay. So I wanted to try out my camera, and so I got my hand exceptionally close to this tarantula to take this video. Doing.
You know they jump, right?
It wasn't facing me, but what I don't think I told you is that after I took that video, Jacob's like, what, you're not going to get any closer or whatever? Yeah. And I said, no, you can. He's like, okay, you hold the dog. So I held the dog, and then he, stomps behind it, and it, like, hisses up where it rears its little things, and it's, like, staring at him, and it's doing, like, the backward dance on, like, two of its feet, like, don't touch me. He's like, why is it mad at me? And it wasn't mad at you. I said, all animals are mad at you.
Because you was stomping like stompy pants.
He's like, well, it's probably because I came up behind it and because it could feel me.
That's it.
I was super calm and slow and just slowly getting closer. And it was just living its own little merry life. Jacob comes around and it's like... So I didn't take pictures of that because I don't want to scare you because you're going on that walk. But
no,
it's the only time we've ever seen a tarantula there. I forgot the other thing. So then we have a corner house. This is our house.
This is her house.
This house, front yard, and then there's a side. And then there's a side yard right here. We have a brick wall, and it's a bunch of shrubbery from the association. Well, when we moved in, after a few months of living there, we started getting nasty letters from the association saying we needed to weed this, like apparently this area is ours. It does not make sense. It's not our plants. We can't change the plants, but it's our responsibility to feed, water, and groom these plants.
So on the other side of a wall.
On the other side, I mean, it's our wall, but it's like, wall. If you have those group mailboxes, it's like where that is. Like, it's like group mailboxes and there's all those hedges, and
it should be association
property. It should totally be association property. But whatever. So we've learned. So we keep that area somewhat nice. We're still trying to punish them a little bit, but it's fine. Somewhat nice. Our neighborhood is nice, but there are a select number of people and also definitely teenagers who litter. And I have a thing against littering, as most people should. But like when we go on Tyson walks, I usually bring a bag and my little grabby stick and I pick up litter. And every single day I have a full bag of stuff. And it's usually because somebody goes and gets fast food, drives it into a cul-de-sac, eats the food in the cul-de-sac, and then throws the food out the window or the bags and whatever out the window, which is just mind-boggling to me. And then also people like to use like weed vapes and stuff down in the cul-de-sacs too. I pick up a lot of wrappers from weed shops.
Can I just say that I keep telling you we don't really have litter, but when I was walking yesterday, I figured out where they're putting it.
Where?
People like the dog bags, they tie up the dog poop, they throw it on those bushes. You know when we were walking up that day?
Yes.
Those bushes, because
I
so
saw
dense,
that I saw there was like
fall down. Yeah,
I almost pointed it out, I was like, litter, but we had seen the most litter on that road, so I didn't feel the need to point it out.
Yeah.
But if you look out for litter, you're going to see a lot more than you think there is. But anyways, so I pick up litter every time. Well, what's weird is that on the side yard, a few times now it has happened, people throw away full-size garbage bags of trash in those bushes. And not that it makes it okay, but I think they think it's association property and that somebody's going to come by and throw it away for them, which is not an excuse. They should never, ever do that, ever. And I'm still mad even if that was the case. But it's not association land. It's ours, and they will send us letters if there's litter over there. So we have to literally go behind bushes, literally go behind bushes and move people's nasty bags of whatever, right? So I'm telling Jacob, like, listen, we still have more security cameras we need to install because we got this pack and we didn't install them all. I said, let's install some on that eve so we can look at who's littering, right? Like, if it's just random people, like, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to report every instance of litter. But if it's the same 2 or 3 people, we can see, because these cameras are awesome, we can see their license plate and whatever, and then we can do something about it.
Shank.
No. But options. So he installed the cameras. I'm driving
someplace.
I drove home, and then I took Tyson on a walk, and there's litter all over the sidewalk because somebody clearly had a bag and then like birds tore it open, right? And it's a worser mess. I have a picture. And it's more than even what you can see in this photo. It was everywhere. And I was like, all right, that's it. I'm gonna look at my cameras. It took a little bit to track it down, but I did find the litter bug, and I will show you the video because I'm not too good for just a little bit of social shaming.
Which you will never see.
No, probably not, which makes it better. But so you can see, like, listen, if something accidentally blows out of your car, irresponsible, but okay. But then there's this, and this is one of our litter bugs.
The video doesn't do justice to what you actually had to clean up.
Right, because it was in a bag, and he just thought, oh, it's just a bag, and somehow it'll just disappear. But fun fact, it doesn't just disappear. Birds get into it, and I didn't tell you, but like in it was, because I was cleaning it up the next day, and there was a torn up Hallmark card, which made me so sad. Who turns up? I don't know.
The monster.
Like, who hurt him? Like, I don't know.
Maybe
it added a whole. I know.
hug.
I felt more bad for him. Like, well, yeah, I didn't feel bad at all. And it turned out like then it was weird because he's like our neighbor, but he's not there a lot. So I think he's like the grandfather of like one of our neighbors. So I like wrote a letter to put on their door just explaining that's our property and not association. So please don't litter on it because we get in trouble. But then I was like, but I feel bad because he doesn't actually live there. And it turned out he had actually littered like a week ago. It just took a week for a bird to get into it. And like, so.
I didn't tell you. When I went to Loma Linda the other day, because we have a store in Loma Linda, that's the one that the homeless people were living and caught on fire and all that.
Yeah.
They did a really bad paint job. They didn't like sand it first, but we were back there along the fence. It's a lot more narrow than it looks in those pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when you get to the end, it widens, and they've been calling the police every day because people on our property now instead of in the
alleyway,
but in the actual property. People been there every day, so they've been calling the police. Hi. So as I was saying,
yes,
we got to the end of that thing. They've been calling the police every day, and the police have been showing up because it's our property, and they're escorting the people off. But right there at the end, before you turn the corner where the people have been, there's someone squatted on, like, up against the building and just let loose. They clearly had eaten something that did not agree with them. It is nasty. I don't know how they're going to clean that up because it is down the wall and it was explosive and I hope they're not eating. It was bad.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Our litter's not that bad.
Everything else is fine because they cleaned out all everything, the tents and whatever. Might have to burn the building to get that one cleaned up.
Just move.
And they can't cut open the fence again, so we already called to have the city come back and close the fence up.
Never-ending struggles. So then the last thing I have is that we bought one of those TENS units, which is that little device that's connected to wires that are connected to pads that you put on your body, and it's supposed to be for all kinds of things. It can be for arthritis or cramps or
death penalty,
sore muscles,
electrocution.
But I think for me at least, it became very popularized with the TikTok. Can husbands withstand like labor pains? And so they'd stick them to their husbands and be like, this is what labor feels like, and then crank it up, and then
Or cramps. This is what cramps feel like.
And then they'd be like, oh my God, how do you do that? And then, you know, women would laugh at them.
It's fun.
So it was actually kind of free. So we got one. And the first thing I said, Jacob, all right, we got to do a thing. Because you can do 2 people at the same time with this one. So I was like, we're going to do it at the same time. And I'm going to see if this feels like cramps. And we're going to see if you could withstand labor. Not that I've been through labor, but she swears it's just like cramps, but a lot worse. But it's that same kind of pain. So believe me, I am fully versed in the feeling of cramp. I am the master in that. So I was like, cool, let's do this. So we tried it last night. And spoiler alert, nothing like cramps. Nothing. So then I brought it here so she could try it. She's very afraid. She tried it. And granted, she does not have a uterus. So, but nothing like.
Nothing.
Nothing like cramps.
Nothing. It's a staticky, tingly electrocution feeling.
And it just makes your muscles tense up.
But
like your ab muscles, not like your uterus. I tried shoving it into my uterus. It wouldn't make my uterus do it.
It's an awful static. And, you know, it didn't cause me pain, and it wasn't even discomfort.
Yeah.
I do not like the sensation because I feel like I'm being electrocuted and something bad's going to happen and it might hurt, like, my heart or something. So it's like, it was more I stopped out of fear.
Yeah.
But Steve, my son, he was the other half, and he stayed attached. He even beat Jacob.
Yeah.
But he didn't enjoy it. But for him, it sounded like there was some pain involved. I truly did not have pain. I just did not like it.
Jacob said he had some pain, like, in his hip area, like where in male bodies the testicles can go inside the body.
They can.
Wasn't sure if you were serious there or not. Like, those areas. He said that hurt.
Yeah,
but
we don't have that, so we don't have that problem.
I mean, we do, like the ovaries, but not really.
Nothing.
No, so it's kind of. I mean,
like
I was skeptical that actually felt like a cramp, and multiple women have said this is kind of what labor feels like.
No.
And so, like I said, I haven't been through it, so I don't know.
I have twice, once without any pain meds, and I can tell you,
I don't know.
This is nothing like that.
But I plan on trying when I have cramps, because oddly enough, it's supposed to help with that.
I wish they had one that actually felt like cramps, because I would be attaching that to a lot of people.
Oh yeah. For sure. And I would be able to beat Jacob.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Jacob's like, haha, I beat you. And I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't cramps. That was just ab muscle tensing. And you exercise more. You're totally more used to your muscles doing things, and I'm not. He's like, yeah, that's fair.
It wasn't making my muscles do stuff. It was just a weird tingly feeling that it did not like. Every once in a while it would pinch, and it got really warm. Even when I took it off, it was really hot. I still think there was a malfunction in mine, but
maybe.
Whatever.
We'll just rehook you up after this.
No,
For the show, let's do it now.
It was not pain, but
Are you going to do it to Dad while I have it here?
I kind of... On the one hand, I'm like, yeah, because I want to see him squirm. But on the other hand, it's nothing like cramps, and I don't want him to think that cramps are that easy.
That's what I was like with Jacob. I'm like, listen, if this doesn't feel like cramps, like...
Maybe we could actually attach it to testicles.
Maybe. No, based on... I was a dumbass. Excuse my language, but I was dumb yesterday because it was on, and I had turned it back down to medium. I was like, I'm not doing my higher level of whatever. I'm down at like a 4 or 5 or whatever. And it was like, you know, doing whatever. And I said, I want to feel what it feels like if I put it like on my lower back or my butt. Like, will it, like, if you have one on each side, will it do something cool? So I took the pad off and my thumb went right on the electrode and I hadn't turned it off. It was zapping my finger and it was so painful. I was like, stop. And I was like, but it's sticky. Took a while for it to come off, and then my finger literally hurt for hours after that. It was like very uncomfortable. So don't do that.
Cramp.
Yeah, don't do it. This thing's kind of dangerous. And like I said, it runs off of AAA, so I don't know how AAAs make that much energy, but
I'm just disappointed because I laughed at all those TikTok videos and I was like, you see men, but
maybe we did it wrong. Maybe there's a different mode that works better. I don't know. And if you know, or if you know the perfect placement of the pads to feel like cramps, let me know. But to neither of us did that feel like a cramp.
Nothing.
But again, you don't have a uterus. So what would it cramp that would make it feel like a cramp for you?
Abdomen.
It's all the uterus. Yeah, maybe the intestines. That's what I was worried about. We had eaten, and I was like, what if it like jerks my intestines and I just instantly vomit? Because Pierre is vomiting, so That's what my brain thinks about.
Wow. I thought this was going to be short.
No.
If anyone's left, thanks for hanging out this whole time.
Yes. Not if anyone has left, thank you.
No.
If anyone is left, thank you.
Yeah, we lost subscribers on the last one. It was not a net gain, it was a net loss, so.
We just blame YouTube, though. They just unsubscribe people.
Well, yeah, because somebody who I know was subscribed, resubscribed, and I was like, hey, and I know I get unsubscribed from people.
Maybe they accidentally hit the button.
It's possible.
And then had to panic, hit the button again. Doesn't matter.
It's possible.
Okay.
But I very much knew who it was, so.
Bye. Bye, friends. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Maybe. Hopefully this isn't Wednesday when you see this.
I thought you were saying today was Wednesday. I was like, is it?
Don't say Thursday.
Is today Wednesday?